rid of my junk. Are you kidding
I wonder if
me?
that was on the live. I was about to say, that's
my
a short-ass
goodness.
story.
What a introduction. Well, welcome to the Green Beret Life, folks. Stu just hooked me up. He just hooked me up. So, anyways, we got a good show for you tonight. We are the Green Beret Life. I'm Matt. That's Stu. We're a 501c3. We do training, pistol, rifle, shotgun, other outdoors endeavors. If you're interested in training, please send us an email. We try to get back on our emails at all times. It just takes us a little while sometimes. You know, this isn't the fine oiled situation that we'd like it to be yet, but it's getting there, right?
Yeah,
we just
more,
need
more bubble gum and baling wire.
And a little bit of a squeaky wheel. But a lot has happened this week. We're going to cover some of what has happened this week. We've realized we can't hit everything, right? So we're going to try to hit some of what happened this week. And obviously we want involvement from you. So please take the time to join the conversation. Even if you're on the fence, just join the conversation out there, okay? We get a lot out of you guys. You guys are a highly educated crew, and we learn from you as well. And this is what this is. This is a patriot community here. So on the docket tonight is an interesting show. Stu, what is on that docket?
Let's see. We've got a couple of different things. We're looking at the FBI director is seeing the writing on the wall and realizing he's not going to have a job when Trump comes in nominating someone for his position. So he's going to gracefully bow out, which it's about time.
Nice.
Because
very nice.
What were you going to say?
I said, very nice.
We've got these drones that have shown up over New Jersey. There's been a whole lot of back and forth about what they are, what's going on. There's a lot of yay sayers and naysayers about who, what, where, and when is behind this. We've got two stories that are kind of tie in together. There's a video that Jimmy Dore did. He's covering this individual that's talking about all these new viruses that are coming after January 21st. How they have that date down, I don't know. But one of the viruses that he's talking about is the H5N1, which is a bird flu. And we're going to talk about that as part of a second story. So those two stories kind of go together in their subject matter. And then we've got I don't even know what's going on in Syria right now. Honestly, I've tried reading up on it, but it's not really been
I can tell you this, okay? We get into wars with people because, you know, basically Assad was the golden boy, and somehow Obama said he was the bad guy. And of course, the media pushed the propaganda. And for some reason, we've got to topple Assad. Just like for some reason, we had to topple Gaddafi. Now look what's going on in Libya. This did not happen organically, folks.
No, none of this happened organically.
No. And if you can read between the lines with what we're saying, all of this is being done, in my opinion, to hand Donald Trump a complete shit show, blow the world up, put pressure on it. The military-industrial complex is desperate to keep these never-ending wars going, right? So you create a situation in Syria where, and like I said, we don't know the whole story. It's impossible for us to know the whole story, what's going on. If we just understand that this didn't happen organically, there's no way it did. You now have a country that pretty much encapsulates all of the ocean on one side and this country on the other of Israel, right? So now that Hamas and Hezbollah has been severely wounded What are we going to
That is
do?
one thing.
Yep.
Israel has not slowed down. They have
Yeah,
been just.
but we're going to fund. We're going to fund two sides of factions. We're going to call them rebels because they're fighting against the horrible dictator. Because Obama labeled Assad a horrible dictator, right?
Yes.
And there's a lot of stuff going on with oil pipelines. There's more to this freaking story than the American people are being told. Than any of us even know. Like Stu said, it's almost impossible because you're not getting good information. We've already told you the media. So now you create an issue where you have terrorists running, and that's what you're getting. Where these rebels, who do you think they are? Right?
Yeah.
So Hamas is now decimated. Hezbollah is severely hurt. So what do? You bring back Al Qaeda / ISIS. Right.
Well, you can rest assured that whatever you're getting from CNN, NBC, and ABC, it's exactly what
and Fox for that matter, and Fox.
Yeah, and you're right. All pretty much all the mainstream media. The information you're getting is what they want you to know. If you really want to try and find out anything else, it's sad, but you really have to go outside of the country to other countries' news agencies to get anything.
Stu, what about Google, the parent of this YouTube? What about Google? You go on to Google if you're interested in hearing the propaganda that NPR, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN. Yeah, you'll get pages of that. You'll get pages of that. I mean, Google's a joke, folks. It's an absolute joke, right? So, in fact, we're on this platform to try to take as many people off of it to go over to Rumble. This platform does not value freedom of speech. This platform uses
look at Google and stuff. When you first look, anything you look at now, almost the entire first page of results now says sponsored, which means somebody's paying for that placement. It's no longer legitimately the
most popular searches
that closely matches your query. It's who's paying for that placement. You literally
have to go to the
second page to get any result that is not someone paying to be there.
Yeah. So I mean, Google is an absolute joke, folks. It's an absolute joke, in every possible way. So, anyways, this is what's going on, and get ready to be. You must be very, very scared because this Dr. Hoetz, right? It's Dr. Hoetz, and this is what Stu was talking about. Came from Jimmy Dore's show. Is out there saying after come January 21st, we're going to be exposed to a barrage of viruses. And what's on January 20th, Stu?
There's something, but I can't remember what it is. What is? I don't know. It eludes me.
Something on January 20th. Something's going to happen on January 20th. But after that, then we're going to automatically. It's just I don't know, because of the layer around.
It's something big though. It's something important.
Something like the F layer up around the Earth changes, the atmosphere changes, which will carry these diseases from whatever biolab allegedly they came from, right? So
it's bats. It's bats in a wet market, you bigot.
There you go. A pangolin. It's a pangolin, right?
A penguin.
A pangolin. You know, that armored animal, kind of like an armadillo.
Joe Biden's speech impediment? What are you talking about?
A pangolin, because they said it was bats, and then they said a pangolin, right, from the wet markets. Some poor innocent animal that they're hacking up in front of you at one of those freaking markets of death over there, and bacteria in China. So, anyways, I don't think we even need to talk about a story. Yeah, pangolin. That's what I told you. It's like it's related to an armadillo. They first said bats, then said pangolin. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, you go to one of these wet markets, they'll pull the live one out, and they will proceed to hack this thing up alive in front of you in the most cruel way you can imagine. And I guess you take it home and eat it. It gives you more virility or some shit. Whatever. China's a shit show, folks. Hey, and pay attention. They're getting real aggressive with Taiwan. What do you want to bet? So Biden's busy sending billions to Africa, to Ukraine, to Iran, right? Did he send money to Iran?
They either sent money or freed up money that had been frozen, one or the other. I can't remember.
So doing that while the people in North Carolina are still living in tents. You got to watch this real close to see. I think they're trying. For me, my guess is, I would say somebody's trying to get them off that land so they could buy it, right?
Well, Matt, when the Democrats tell you what their priorities are, listen to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're telling you exactly what their priority is, and it is not the citizens,
the American people,
the citizens of this country. And I use the word citizen intentionally.
Mm-hmm. Well, the non-citizens are their priority. We got that.
Correct.
The citizens are not.
Other nations, they could not give a rip about the people in North Carolina, the wildfire that destroyed part of Hawaii. Palestine, where the train derailment and catastrophe took place. That is not a priority, because every time something like that comes up, it's where are we going to find the money? We just don't think we can find the money, but we have billions to go to Ukraine and other just holes in the world that we're just going to throw money into. And that's what a lot of these are. They're just a hole in the earth that we just continue to dump money into. There is no return on the investment.
If you truly believe that the ultimate goal is intentional destruction, then you've got to bankrupt us. So that's why the Biden administration did nothing about the BRICS countries. Trump is already dealing with this, right? This is why you've got a Fed now that nobody can understand why they're cutting interest rates so fast, right? Cutting interest rate, well, what they're trying to do is blow up the economy, in my opinion. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to hand Trump a shit sandwich, set the world on fire on the way out, and hand him a shit sandwich. This is why you need to be aware of what shitbags these people are and what they've done. And it's not just in the United States. It's look what's going on in Europe, man. Look at what a mess. What an absolute freaking mess.
But you know what's going to be amazing, Matt, is when in the first 6 months of Trump's presidency, he tamps all this shit down and is like, stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
they're so far ahead of these dipshits. I think I heard Eli Lilly. I heard Trump brought them into Mar-a-Lago. Because 95% of our pharmaceuticals are made in China. So when you make shit in China, you have to give them the formula and what you're doing, right? Yep. That's part of this whole deal. So Eli Lilly went down and met with Trump, and apparently they're going to be breaking ground on a massive facility to produce pharmaceuticals in Wisconsin. Okay? These are some of the things that Trump is doing already that the media will not cover. Right? They won't cover it. You can't hate the media enough. We said this over and over again. You cannot.
However much you hate them, however much you despise them, it's not enough. Do more. Do better, people.
Stu and I discussed an article earlier on this week that there was this little dweeb. Do you have that picture by any chance? This little dweeb at The Economist who
hold on, let me try and find it. Go ahead, keep going.
Basically wrote an article saying America has got to stop its love affair with veterans. Basically saying, here's a way to save a lot of money, cut veterans' disability. So the people that have had their shit blown up and destroyed and their lives turned upside down over the last 20 some years of these bullshit wars that these guys pushed. If you met your end of the bargain, now he's saying, and he's some like late 20s, early 30s little douchebag, right? Well, I think we'll put up you can contact this individual at his work and tell him, what you think about his writing at The Economist.
For The Economist, you've got to have a login, but here's basically the title of it. American veterans now receive absurdly generous benefits. And as you can tell, look at the first sentence, and you can tell the leanings of this person. Donald Trump delights in projecting strength, meaning he loves America's armed forces.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
During his first term, the president signed legislation to spend more on defense before proclaiming he had accomplished the military. On the campaign trail, he doubled down, vowing further increases in defense spending and promising to tackle a recruitment shortfall.
Do we have this douchebag's picture? I want you to put it up. I want you to put that picture up.
No, don't even have his name up here in it.
They don't, but I sent it. Hold on. Maybe I didn't send it to you.
You did. You had texted it to me, but I don't have it.
Hold on. I'll get it again. I'll get it again and I'll send it to you. So you go ahead and take over while I'm looking for this.
All right.
Oh, here it is.
But what this guy was saying, and I'd watched a video where they just basically decimated his logic or lack thereof, talking about how, you know, the benefits are increasing and the amount of money is at a higher level than before for veterans. And it's like, well, we have been at war for 20 years. So there are people coming back with TBIs, PTSD, just the regular, you know, breaking down of bodies that happens in the military. You know, there's a lot of hard,
having your shit blown off, having your eyes destroyed so you're permanently blind, your hearing destroyed. You should be getting you guys have got to see this picture. It's going to explain everything.
Did you email it to me or text it?
Yeah, I emailed it to you.
Right,
a picture says 1,000 words. I have a feeling that this little piece of shit, okay, who's never done a damn thing for his country, right?
That was it.
Spent most of his youth inside of a locker with his underwear pulled up over his head. There's the douchebag, and there's Angry Cops. You did a video on this. Here's the dude. I suggest you go watch the Angry Cops video because it is comedic treasure. So
yeah, he is the one that he presents the information very well and just completely decimates this guy and his article with the research that he's done, and that's part of I was taking liberties with what he had said, and part of, you know, we've been at war for 20 years. You know, up until this point, you had, you know, World War II, you had Vietnam, you had Korea, and then you had nothing for 20 years. So a lot of those people aged out. You know, unfortunately, is there a World War II vet still alive, or has the last one passed?
No, we still have many. We still have quite a few World War II, but they're all pushing 100 years old.
Yeah.
But look at this soy-infested, pathetic douchebag of a little pussy that this guy is right here. So this tells you everything you need to know. I better stop because I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, but, we're still on YouTube. Not that it matters, but you know, speaking of that, that's a good reason for us to vacate YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna